everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sit Down Heaux. Let me talk to you real quick here on Afrovibes TV. And I'm your host, Christin, and I'm here with a very beautiful girl today. This is someone that I know personally and professionally, and we're going to call her What It Do Sue. Welcome to the station.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Her actual name is Sewellyn. Only if you personally know her like that can you call her Sue. And then I went and coined it, What a Do Sue.
Yes, sir.
So a little bit about Sue. Like I said, I know her personally and professionally. We do work together in the real estate industry. We don't talk about that a lot. If who we work for wants to give us a check to say their name,
They will.
they will, and then we'll say their name. Besides that, we work here in Houston, Texas in the real estate industry. Period. Okay.
Period.
And we actually had the chance of becoming personal friends too. I don't always make friends with people that I work with, but honestly, Sewellyn is like so much like me. It kind of scares me sometimes, even the fact that we're the same size. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys make those little jokes and stuff about girls sharing clothes,
Yeah, that's us.
but we do it.
From the
And-
shoes to the jeans,
Yeah.
the shirt,
Yeah.
all the above.
All the above. We do it, and I'm not ashamed about it. And I can't share clothes with you hoes. Because y'all have a lot more body mass than I do. Okay. So
There we go. I'm waiting for it. If she doesn't throw shade in the first 5 seconds of our conversation, then I know it's an off day.
then I'm probably sick. If I'm not cracking jokes and talking shit, like, are you well? Are you okay? You know, are you sick? Do we need to get medical advice? No, I was just warming up for you hosts. No, but so Sewellyn and I, we're good friends. And the one thing that makes our friendship special, like Sewellyn, I'm older than her. Then you can't tell by looking at us because I just look so young and youthful and vibrant and moisturized. Okay. So Sewellyn is younger than me, right? So there's a lot of things I know that sometimes I teach her things or give her wisdom just because I've been on earth longer. But Sewellyn has given something to me that I didn't even know that I needed to have. And that is to have a Liberian friend. I should have known because Michael Jackson wrote a song about these hoes.
He did.
Liberian girl, you know that you came and you changed my world. I mean, he had the music and everything in there, right? So until I didn't know I needed a Liberian bitch on my team until I had one and could realize what would happen if you left. Okay.
Once you go Liberian, you never go back. So
Yes, and at first, like, she was kind of telling me how lit it was to be Liberian, and I kind of called like whatever, there's like a lot of countries in Africa, like everybody's lit.
We're the best. We know it.
But the way even that the Nigerians respond to the fact, like, Nigerian people, y'all love y'all a Liberian girl, and
Especially the men. Don't cap.
don't count. That's me with my own eyes. And I literally tell one of the Nigerian people that I know, "Oh, Sewellyn's Liberian." She's Liberian? And they want, I want to put her in my pocket and take her home. Swear. So I'm sticking with the Liberian, okay? Thank you for being my friend.
Always.
Thank you for adding to my clout, adding to my fame, and adding to my beautiful network of people. I always say your network is your net worth,
Yeah.
And I know a bunch of shakers and movers and entrepreneurs. I know pimps, I know thugs, I know prostitutes, I know, people, I know pedophiles, I know poly, I know everybody, okay? I know a nigga in prison on a cell phone and another nigga that went to prison that now loves the Lord. I mean, I know them all, and now I got a Liberian.
Yes.
So,
life
like,
for life.
Thank you.
Life.
So anyway, me and Sewellyn, we like to chit chat all the time. So she gets to hear all the shit all the time. No matter what, she gets to hear my perspectives. And that's something that I love that she's always here for. And one thing that I want to talk to Sewellyn and you hoes about. Oh man, the internet be giving me so many ideas, and you delusional assholes, you bald-headed ass, do not know where your daddy or your baby daddy is, looking ass hoes have got the game fucked up. They got the internet going nuts,
They do.
but not in a good way.
What kind of way?
In a delusional, crazy, I know it's April, but April Fool's is over, but I feel like I just keep getting April Fools pranked by these
So
hoes.
they a little delulu.
Blue. And their idea, and they really believe it. That's the craziest part. Like when people start believing their lies,
That's actually scary.
yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Like mental health scary.
No, literally.
Like you might need a straitjacket scary.
Like they can lie so naturally, like they think it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Stay on your P's and Q's, people.
Always.
No. So I was on the internet scrolling on the gram, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen this this topic, and a particular girl, I don't know her. If I did know her name, I wouldn't say her name. I wouldn't give her any more clout unless I want to tell y'all to DM her, you know, to tell her that she's Delulu. But so basically, the idea is that these girls are saying when a man asks you, he wants to see you without the makeup, without the lashes, without the wig, you know, without the waist trainer. The reason why he wants to see you this way is because he's trying to let you know in so many words that he is not going to pay for these things. He's not going to pay for your upkeep. The reason why he wants to see you in a natural state is to make you understand that he is not going to keep up that standard for you.
I think that's cap.
Big cap.
I think that's big cap. We want to know you're not a catfish. Same thing. When a dude's always wearing a hat.
No, say it. When a nigga.
I tried to filter myself, but no. When a nigga's dead ass, he always got the hat on. He always got the shade on. You take it off, hairlines. Ooh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or eyes crossed, eyes. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know.
Excuse me. Are you looking at me?
Like, who you looking at? Me, my friend?
Yeah,
I can't tell. But it's the same way with females. Like, I don't have a problem with that. You don't have a problem with that. You know, we barely wear makeup anyways. But like, we want to make sure you're not a catfish. Like, you know, when you go on these girls' makeup page and it's like the before and after, and you're like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, it is like
it's kind of scary.
Half part of me is like in awe of it, and then the other half is like, I feel sorry for you men.
Yeah.
You know, even with me, I wear cutouts just so you can see that I'm not wearing a waist trainer.
You see my
I wear cutouts just sometimes because people be trying to lie in the streets about my body. And like, especially this month, my birthday month.
Tourist season.
Hit my Cash App. It is the $ Christin Olivier. You know, just, hey, look, if you're feeling froggy, jump, nigga. But, you know.
Last one in there for her good Liberian sis too.
Yeah, exactly. Send enough money for both of us to eat lunch. So it's going to be 120. Because we like to eat lamb chops.
Some steak.
Yeah. Some script.
Some hookah.
Yes, because it's a whole vibe. You know, so it's like, at the end of the day, it's like people... It's just like, why would you think that someone wanting to see what you really look like
is a bad thing?
Translates into, I am not going to pay for your lifestyle. I just don't understand that. Did no one ever sit and think for a minute, like, maybe I want to see their genetics?
That part.
Maybe there's a man who's like, man, I really like you, lady, and I might want to just bust a little semen up in you and give you a baby. So I'm curious to see what my children may look like.
You know, funny that you said that. I'm not going to say like the background culture or whatever, but there was literally something I seen on Instagram when the girl got her entire face redone. And the guy is actually suing her because once they had kids, the kids was looking like the old her. So
it's real. The thing is like, and I think I said it on my Instagram stories not too long ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you know, thank you. If you don't, holla at me at Coming For You, Christin, all spelled out. But on my stories, I was just like, you know, a man wants to see your genetics. I mean, your wig, that came from the Koreans, okay? Your body, that came from the Colombians, you know? Like, your veneers, that came from Turkey and Istanbul. You know, like, those things don't come at birth, you know? And you can do those things. There's nothing wrong with it. And I do get a little bit of hate sometimes from people because they make it seem like I'm so against all things unnatural. I be wearing wigs.
Right. We wear wigs sometimes.
You know, like I wear makeup. I use filters, you know, but I also will stand right here. If I could and not get arrested for it or get in trouble, I would stand here ass fucking naked. So you guys could see my whole natural body.
All of it.
And it looks really good. I told a gentleman today, I said, I'm the girl that you have sex with the lights on. Okay.
That part.
Let me tell you something, little daddy. You want to see all of this.
Too, not back shots either.
Yeah, you want this
face.
And also too, I have a mirror with lights around it. You know? Little mama, put your chin up. Please watch me do the nasty. That's a Neo song. Go play it tonight. But yeah, like those things are real. And for you, low vibrating, uneducated, you know, stuffed sausage looking. You know, one of these girls, you can't even get her weight together at all. Like every selfie she takes is like this part of her forehead is cut off because she doesn't even want to get her lace in her picture because it looks so horrible. Like you're gonna sit up here and make it seem like your $50 wig, you know, and your the makeup you don't bought with the Chinese people at the beauty supply, your NYX makeup, like he can't afford that.
It's just, you know, not to like knock anybody. I think it's just a deeper issue, like an insecurity thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, why are you even looking for a man to keep up with your maintenance? You know what I'm saying? That should just be a plus. You should already be doing that yourself. That's me. Anybody I get is just a plus to my lifestyle that I'm already doing for myself, right? So,
so the fact that like actually should be a non-issue if you're already buying your ugly ass wig, you know, you're already buying all the things that you need to contour your face and make you look like Boo Boo the Clown. You know, you're already doing all this makeup and your face is 37 shades lighter than the rest of your body, and your eyelashes one's falling off on the side. I mean,
it could be a drunk night. You know, sometimes I wake up in the morning, forget, and you know.
Yeah. Okay. That's one thing. Let me tell you something. I definitely have fallen asleep in my makeup.
Yeah.
I definitely have waken up literally with I was wearing a crop top and one of my titties is hanging out, and the other one's in.
But it might be slid back.
Yeah, like
it's one of them nights.
But I'm not speaking of this. Okay, I'm speaking of I see you out somewhere and you're talking to your homegirl talking about you got any glass glue in your purse, girl? Girl.
It's blown away.
Yeah, it's like you didn't even do it right. You think that somebody don't want to pay for your 50% effort.
Or when the lash is too big, you can't even look like two broomsticks on the eyelash.
Oh no, let me say so. It's a windy day and some of you hoes might fly away. I'm concerned for your safety. You know, one of these girls is gonna fly away like a damn balloon. I mean, they're like,
this shit's just terrible. I'm sorry. Like, if you like it, that's cool, but it's just nah.
But the thing is, like, these women can voice their opinions, you know, and it's just like, oh, these niggas ain't shit. You know, they don't want to pay and all this. And like, we're supposed to just be like, okay, yes, ma'am. You know, anybody that gives any clap back is a hater.
Right.
You know, these dudes are broke if they don't want to do it. Why is it that you, little ghetto missus, little Obama Nisha, over here can sit up here and be like, oh, you can't afford me. But then when someone wants to say, no, that's not the case, you expect anybody that responds back as a hater. Men are feminine, they're petty.
They broke.
It's like, that's your, you know, opinion. And then this is our opinion. So, but the thing about it is, ain't nobody trying to check me though. Me personally, I would love for someone to DM me and fight about it.
Fight about what?
About this. So tell me that like it's the truth. That the only reason a man doesn't want to.
Oh yeah,
that wants to see. I want someone to fight.
Yeah, but you need a reality check with that.
Actually, I want you to DM me, and then I want to invite you here, and we can talk about it like this. Okay, for the world to see. That's what I would love to do. But you know, people are scared. People are scared, and they ain't gonna do it. If I was me, I wouldn't want any plex with me.
That part.
You know, so I'm having a really good, but there's a little bit more that I want to go into on this. Another topic just came to my mind regarding this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna come right back and dive right back into it, and we're gonna talk about you hoes a little bit more, the delulu, because it needs to be said. Okay, so we take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Sit Down Heaux. Let me talk to you real quick on Afrovibes TV. Welcome back to Sit Down Heaux. Let me talk to you real quick here on Afrovibes TV. I'm your host, Christin, and I'm still here talking shit with my homegirl, Sewellyn. So I want to go into a next topic, which is kind of a little bit about dating. So I want to make a little segue into you. So you are newer to Houston. You're a transplant.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Virginia, Newport News to be exact. She thinks it's ghetto, but
it is.
Forever 757.
That's how. I got my thigh tat out today just to prove. That's why I had my thigh tat out today, because Sewellyn's a little ghetto. So I wanted her to feel, you know,
I can get that way.
Oh yeah, like I've had to like calm her down a couple of times because she was ready to fight on my behalf.
Oh, the square?
Huh?
The square.
Yeah, the square body girl. You know, another girl tried to check me out. We was outside and this girl got really inappropriate with me. You know, we were at a very professional event, so I decided to ignore her. you know. And but Sewellyn was like, I would have. I said, I know, but watch. But it worked out, you know. But so you coming from Newport, I had a dude from Newport News, and he was gay, he was gorgeous, and he was dangerous. You know, he had a gun on him all the time. It would kind of turn me on a little bit, but then also I was like, I don't want to visit you.
But we in Texas, ain't it like open carry out here?
Yeah, but okay, it's open carry, but it's a difference in saying I can carry a gun versus I feel like I need to carry a gun. This nigga told me I don't walk outside my house to smoke a cigarette without having a gun on me because these niggas out here in Newport News, they wildin'. So was he lying?
Nah. I feel like it's getting better though from like when I was like younger.
Yeah,
you know.
But he's older, you know what I'm saying? He you know,
he knows.
as you get older, you know, like you're not as up to rat-ta-ta-ta-ta. You know, you're more like, you know what? Let me just peep my scene and understand what's going on. You know what I mean? So you have come. So I wanted to ask you, you know, since you've been in Houston, what has been your experience in the type of men that you've met in a romantic way?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just feel like maybe I need to change my scenery. So not too much on me, guys, but it's kind of been like 50-50, more so trash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, I am very picky though. You know, being that I am African, like I only kind of, for the most part, would date an African man, more so Nigerian.
I was like, oh, stop it.
So I love my Nigerian kings. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe I need to leave y'all alone. That's why it's been a little trash, right? But it's just been like I just like when people just straight up like.
There's nothing wrong with having a preference, right?
Yeah.
Your preference could be I like light-skinned men who've been to prison. Everybody has a different niche market, you know?
Yeah.
And your niche market is a Nigerian man.
It is. It's just something about y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, our food is better, but you know, I'm gonna get you right when I cook for them.
Okay, it's okay because she can cook for you, you know.
You know.
So, but have you attracted the type of man that you're looking at? Have you had some instances where you've attracted in, like if you're sitting there saying, "This is the type of man I desire"? Have you had a hard time locating him?
Honestly, not really.
That's what I wanted you to say. No,
really.
So the type of men that you want are out there, you know, and you're able to meet them. So going back onto the other topic we were talking about, but the girl, oh, you know, he's trying to take it away. Then they backdoor and say, I'll only date a man that makes $250,000 a year or only makes $500,000 a year. And they keep saying the men that are coming at them are not the men that fit these parameters, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you ladies are out here looking for a certain type of man that you're not attracting, right? And I'm just saying, me and Sewellyn, we have a certain. I've attracted all the light skinned ex-cons, you know, like the men that I want. But it's funny. But more specifically, and I know personally with Sewellyn that lately, you know, like I guess a connection that I know that she had made recently, maybe last year or so, she attracted a man that was over average height, had a really good job, professionally had been an athlete, you know, took care of her, did nice things for her, treated her the way that she wanted to be treated. All the things that these girls say they're looking for in a man, you know, all of you girls want an ex-ball player or a current ball player. All you girls want a man that's over 6 foot tall, and we're only 5 feet tall, and we legitimately attract men that are 6'4".
Yeah.
Do you think that we hollered at them? Do you think that we walked up to this nigga and was like, yo, nigga, go out with me? Hell no. This big, tall ass nigga looks at our little bitty Oompa Loompa looking asses and they hollered at us. You know, there is a stigma around little girls and big men, you know, and it's true.
It's very much true.
It's very true. You think girls be running and little girls be persevering. Okay. So,
story for another day.
For another day. But that's the point that I wanted to make was that and you know this, and people that know me, I got receipts that I don't even need to pull out because you know I'm telling the truth. All the men that are attracted to me, that come to me, have high education.
Yeah, they do.
They have a lot of money.
They do.
And they are generous, well-traveled, and will do for me. You know, and not just for me, for people around me. There was a very great man that was in my life, and it was raining one day. I had to go somewhere in Sewellyn, and he picked her up too. You know, like just it's very easy to find. So I'm just confused as to why women continue to say they're trying to attract a man that they've never had. You know, and then also to add insult to injury, you tell me, bitch, what it is about you that you're going to attract a rich or famous or a man of high influence, wealthy, well-traveled, stamps in his passport man. Tell me why. You can't. I could talk for 37 hours about the reason why these niggas choose me.
Yeah. Same. Same. We can talk a whole week.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to, like kind of pull out of this situation is, maybe you hoes need to do different.
Yeah.
Or maybe you need to like adjust some of your things,
Or maybe like look into the mirror. Like you want a 6-figure, 7-figure dude, but what are you making? You know what I'm saying? You want a dude to look a certain way, but are you actively in the gym? Like you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then I have brothers, so I can speak to. We can go into more details, but it's like you can't expect the stars and the moon and you just delivering. You just half-assing. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say I want a dude of this criteria, and I can't even meet him halfway.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way I see it is like just to say that is your soulmate, y'all are meant to be, and he's the breadwinner. I mean, he can always lose his job. Then it's like, what do you bring to the table other than your looks? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
And your looks aren't even real.
yeah.
And one thing that I think a lot of women that want to attract a high value man are not understanding is that a high value man has a very stressful job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving pieces. You don't know what that man deals with on a daily basis while conducting business, right?
Yeah.
And when he comes home, the main reason why a high value man even chooses to be with a woman is when he comes home to be less stressed. To be in like these men have told me, even men that live in other countries that I date or other states, they will fly in and say, I know when I touch down, she gonna open that door. She gonna be in a muumuu with her hair wrapped, frying some chicken, dancing around, laughing, asking me how I am, and like a man will literally get in a plane and fly to come and get this for a few days,
Yeah.
You girls walking up in here, you got to peel everything off, let your little gut hang out and everything. You complaining, you always like, I need this, I need that. I asked you for money, you should pay me, versus a man coming in and some Sewellyn, she done cooked with what did you make me? The okra stew?
I made you some palava sauce.
Palava sauce,
I made you.
Walking in the house, he's stressed out. She with a Nigerian man is mad that these white boys been fucking with him all day, messing with him all day, trying to get his money. He got to be all demure. He got to be classy. He can't cuss nobody out, slap him. Come home, he could tell Sewellyn about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll listen to him, rub him down. See me, I be lotioning my men.
Oh, nice little lotion.
After a shower, let me tell you something. And I've had several husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And every nigga that's ever been with me circles back a couple of times.
Period.
And when you get out the shower, I get in the shower, I wash them.
Mm.
I wash their hair, I condition, And I'll be with little light-skinned dudes with like different type of hair.
Yeah.
So they be needing product and stuff.
That collagen right in there.
Yeah, collagen. I give them collagen. Light-skinned people don't age right. And then also I think in the shower, lotion them down.
Okay.
I do face yoga on my niggas.
Okay. She put me on.
Let me tell you something, and it never go away. And y'all want it like if you want to date a very famous or like very busy person, someone of high influence, you have to be their safe space.
That's true.
And people know how to do that. These girls can't even cook.
They cannot. My brother had actually told me like, because they know their sister can throw down, and they be like, every girl I go on a date with, or just about every girl, they don't really cook for us. They don't do this. Because I had a guy that I would cook for occasionally. He said, where can we find this? I'm like, I don't know. They're not really used to seeing that, which is crazy.
So strange to me.
Yeah.
And especially now in today's day and age where everyone's online putting recipes and shit out there, you can learn real quick, little baby.
Okay.
I actually know how to cook because it's something that was incorporated into my lifestyle growing up. My mother and father taught me. And by the time I was older, I was preparing meals for the whole family. I was, preparing meals for my siblings. My parents worked late, things like that. Like they made sure I could take care of myself and others because they were setting me up to be a wife and a mother.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I'm sorry. You know what? It's your mom and daddy's fault because your mom and daddy should have taught you how to do something so that you could actually attract a man. Because there's like no skill level. Let me tell you.
No substance.
No substance. My second husband, I remember the night he asked me to marry him. He already had a ring. It was 3 carat solitaire. I picked it out.
Check her out.
Yeah, I picked it out, So anyway, I knew he had the ring, and I knew he wanted to marry me and everything. So we were outside. He had bought me this house on the lake. We were out in the water, smoking a little weed. And I'm like, I got the munchies. I want some eggs, some bacon. So I went in the kitchen and I made some bacon and eggs,
Mm-hmm.
and I scrambled the eggs inside of the bacon grease. And the nigga almost died of happiness. He was just so much joy because he said, I forgot people did that. And he went in the room, got the ring, came down on one knee and was like, "You gonna marry me, bitch?" You know? And I was like, "Oh, there's the ring I picked out already for 20,000." So yeah, it's a thing, ladies. It's a thing. Even when I knew the man wanted to marry me and he had professed his love to me and told my daddy, and we'd already got a house, we already stayed together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was just waiting on, you know, the official ring.
Right.
And when I scrambled them damn eggs in that bacon grease, you know, it was done for.
So people don't do that. Girls don't do that.
They don't do it. They don't do it. Okay, so the advice, Whew. The advice we have, drink water, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to cook.
Definitely.
If you don't have a daddy, I'm sorry, find one. To teach you, find a mentor. I know several people that don't have, you know, didn't come up with a mother or father. You can find one. You know, my daddy didn't have a dad, and he says all the time he didn't really need that. He came out just fine, but he found other people to mentor him. You know, and he was an excellent father, now excellent grandfather. So, you know, not judging, just say find somebody. Okay. I feel if you agree with this whole idea of, you know, a man just not wanting to pay for your upkeep is why he wants to see you natural. May I suggest Better Me? Help. I think it's an app. You can go on there and get therapy. May I suggest some alone time in the forest?
Yes, something.
You could talk to your ancestors. I'm not sure.
A therapy session, something.
Cause ain't right.
It's not. I don't agree with it. I was trying to when you said it, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
Goodness. I mean, at the end of the day, look, when you girls attract a man that makes $500,000 a year, that is okay with you being completely fake and plastic and fraud, that is okay with you having lashes, a wig, a whole contoured face that makes your skin texture 4 times lighter, and a waist trainer, and that will pay all your bills and let you do whatever you want, because this is what they're saying they want. I mean, I'm just repeating what these hoes say. Okay? When you find him, please hit me up. Just so that you can do like, bitch, I told you so. Just hit me up just for your get back. Just so you can say, bitch, I was right and you were wrong. Okay? Yeah. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home because, you know, I'm going to go home after this. I'm going to take off all of my makeup and everything, you know, and I'm going to, you know, and then I'm going to be snuggled up with that nigga that makes $500,000.
That part.
Okay? So you work on your homework on getting what it is that I already have. And then we'll touch base again in the future.
We sure will.
I ain't shit.
It ain't
but
shit.
y'all know it.
Shady, but we love it. We love it.
But y'all logged in. Y'all wanted to see this. I didn't ask y'all to watch. Y'all logged in. Click. But thank you so much, my Liberian girl.
Yes,
everyone needs an African baddie.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? And the Nigerian women, their baddies are out here, you know, all over Houston.
But for y'all men, though.
You know? Yeah, and I'm here for it too. And I'm gonna be in the background like, sorry, you know.
Snooze, you lose. Learn how to cook.
But thank you so much for coming with me, Sewellyn. We're gonna have to do this again.
Yes.
And definitely until next time, all you guys stay safe and moisturized. Don't be ashy. Be moisturized. That's my word for the day.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Until next time on Sit Down Heaux, let me talk to you real quick. It's your girl, Christin, signing off.